A lot of people, especially Nigerians, feel Russian is impossible, but the real struggle is the alphabet. Let me show you why. Hi, I'm Joyce, a Nigerian learning Russian, and today we'll talk about the Russian alphabet from the beginner's perspective. And by the end, you will know the alphabet that confuses a lot of non-native speakers of Russian language, the alphabet that looks the same but doesn't sound the same, the alphabet that looks the same and sounds the same, and the alphabet that we confuse a lot as native speakers or as learners, and how we can memorize this alphabet. Before we dive into that, what is Russian alphabet? Russian alphabet is called a Cyrillic alphabet. It is a pattern or a system of writing used by Russian and other languages. And today, I've got 4 fun facts about the Russian alphabet. 1. The Cyrillic alphabet was created over 1,000 years ago, and it was developed in the 9th century by followers of Saint Cyril and Saint Methodium, who used it to write religious books for the Slavic people. The first version of the alphabet was used by the Old Church Slavonic. The first version of the alphabet was used by the Old Church Slavonic language used in churches, and it later evolved into an alphabet. 3. Russian used to have more letters of the alphabet. Before the Orthodox reform of 1918, the Russian alphabet used to be more than 33. Some letters were removed to make writing simpler. 4. The Cyrillic alphabet is not only used by the Russian, it is used by many countries like Ukraine, Bulgaria, and many more. Comparing the Russian alphabet to the English alphabet. 1. The English alphabet has 26 letters, and Russian alphabet has 33. 2. In the writing system, English uses the Latin alphabet, while the Russian uses the Slavic alphabet, the Cyrillic alphabet. 3. There are some words in the English alphabet. There are some letters in the English alphabet that looks and sound the same as the letters in the Russian alphabet, such as the A, the K, the M, the O. 4. There are some letters in the alphabet that looks like the English alphabet, but they are different. Example, this word. This is the B in English, but in Russian, it is pronounced V. That is V, V. This, in English, this is H, this is H, but in Russian, it is pronounced N, like N. This word is pronounced P in English, but in Russian it is pronounced R, the R, R. This word is pronounced K, K in English, but it is pronounced S in Russian. This word is pronounced X, X, X in English, but in Russian it is pronounced H, H, like the H. Now the words, the letters in the Russian alphabet that is not found in the English alphabet, and these are the letters that causes confusion a lot for non-native speakers of Russian. We have the Z, Z, Z. We have the Ora, Oi, Oi, Oi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. I'm a learner also, so please don't come for me. Oi. We have the sh, sh, sh. We have the u, and we have the ya. The sound that a lot of people don't really take note of, and a letter that a lot of people don't really take note of, but this letter is important if you must know how to pronounce a word, or if you want to read a word or words. So it is this. This is called a soft sign, and this is called the hard sign. In English, we have what we call the voiced and voiceless. Yes, like the voice and voiceless consonants, like the f and v. They sound alike, but one is voiced and the other is voiceless. This is what this sign represents. When it is found in front of a word, it means that word, the consonant that is beside it, is either soft or hard. For example, mat, mat, M-A-T. In Russian, it's m, t, and then the soft sign is in front of it. This means that the t is light, is soft. Ts, ts. Another example, din, din. The d, the, and the n, yeah, and then the sign, the soft sign is in front of it, making the n, the n, the n, light. The hard sign example is object. This word, object, it means object. Now, as you can see, the a and this word b is no more pronounced. It's no more pronounced as b, maybe in a word, but it's pronounced b, like object. The b sounds hard. I remember when I wanted to start learning the Russian, I was told you should start with the alphabet so that it will be easier for you to understand the language, and they were right. Now, how did I or was I able to memorize this alphabet? Simple. I was able to memorize them by dividing this alphabet. So how was I able to memorize this alphabet? I divided this alphabet into 4. The first one, I call them the English. Looks English, sounds English. Second, I call them the related English. Yes, I know they look English, but they do not sound English. Third, I call them not related English. Not related English. This one, they don't look English, they don't sound English, and they are 19 in number. And the last but not the least, I call them the sign. These ones, they're just two in the which is the hard and the soft sign. So this was how I was able, or how I have been able to memorize this alphabet. I hope with these points you would also be able to practice and memorize the Russian alphabet. Now, how do I pronounce these words? This I pronounce it like a T and S. Tss, 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 T and S. Tss, tss. And this one I pronounce it like a C and H. Sh, sh, ch, ch. Sorry, ch. I pronounce it like a C and a H. Ch, like church. Church. Then this one, I pronounce it like an S and a H. This is kind of S and a H, but with a short like sheep. Sure. And this one I pronounce it like S and a H, but longer. I just hope you're able to understand. Now, this alphabet, this letter, a lot of non-native speakers of Russian find it difficult to pronounce, including me. I'm not better because I'm still a learner, but sometimes I also find it difficult to pronounce, and it's pronounced oi, but it's pronounced like you're saying the E, but you're using the back of your tongue to pronounce it. Yeah, and that is how it is pronounced. Sometimes a lot of people misplace this word for this, including me. Yes, misplace this word for this. When we see it maybe in a book or something, we misplace this for this. This is actually pronounced like Z and a H, z, z. And this is pronounced like a H. Yeah, so you should have that in mind. So with our discussion, please don't forget to let me know what alphabet you find difficult in the Russian alphabet. What letter you find difficult in the Russian alphabet. I'll be at the comment section, and thank you for watching.